All right, boys, welcome to Motocross the Nation's Moto 1. Here we go. There isn't a ton of footage for Moto 1. Well, simply because Doc's mid, and he crashed a lot, but this start was actually insane. Don't know how I didn't go down. Don't know how I stayed up at all, but, you know, I got like a half-decent start. I mean, it's not, I don't know what I would call this. Mid? Not great? Bad? I don't know. But Bobin here, we're getting a little too close for comfy for Docky Walkie of the Docky Walkie racing team. And basically, this is the rest of the moto. I get around Bobin here, and here we go. Here's a little highlight reel from Moto 1. Yes. Yes. Oh, Neon! Neon, what are you doing, Neon? Anyway, I know Neon's gonna watch this, so I had to roast him a little bit. Neon was going down the hill, said, let's turn right into Doc, bounce off Doc. We love Neon. Now we're into Moto 2. Now, hey, watch this start, boys. Watch this start. Not a good start. Get absolutely slamsicles from the left. Slamsicles again. Somehow we make it out in third. And then this guy on the, dude, man, that guy tossed, man. What a good start for him. He threw it away, Sag. Anyway, boys, I knew it was time for me to lock in. I got the best start I could possibly ask for, short of being in the lead, and I just needed to go. This is Dylan Woods ahead of me, and I just needed to go. There was nothing else. That's Lynn's right behind me. Man, it is so nice when you know that it's somebody good around you, and then they're not gonna just clean you out. And boys, when you got Linda next to you, you know all you gotta do, hold your line. Or Linda Winda gonna hold his line, and you're good. You can have some good racing. As you can see, I take a premier line right here and in this corner to close up right to the back of I'm just kidding. That was mid. Ottaway gets around me. I don't want to say I was falling apart here. I was very nervous. Not gonna lie there, bruv. I was very, very nervous. All right. And what I knew I needed to do is just shake the nerves, lock in, take a couple little deep breathticles. I don't know, words are hard, and just lock in. As you can see, I was taking kind of mid lines, not doing so good, but I knew that if I just locked in and we just went for it and just tried to be consistent, we could perform well in this race. And I do believe that's exactly what happens. As you can see, Casanova is behind me. I will not lie to you, my little ducklings. When I saw a USA or a Great Britain rider behind me, I did do my best to try and get out of the way. I knew that they had a race going on for the overall, and I didn't really want to mess it up, you know? It's not that I didn't want to race these guys, but I'm not going to lie. This pace was a little out of my comfort zone on this track, and I knew I was slightly out of control, you know? Slightly, just a little bit. As Ottaway almost cleans him there. That was crazy, my friend. But I didn't want to be that guy. You know, I didn't want to be the guy that accidentally cross jumps one of the you know, Lynn's or Cass or Jackson or somebody, and that's what made them lose, you know, the overall. So I just figured, you know what, we'll just surrender to both teams. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna like roll over, you know what I mean, but like I'll just make it easy. I'm not gonna put up too much of a fight, and I'm certainly not gonna be aggressive on a pass back or anything like that. So I did that for both teams, let them have their battle. And here we're locked in behind Ottaway here. I'm starting to feel good. If you can't tell, I'm starting to flow a little bit better, starting to make a lot less mistakes, and then close up right to the rear here of Ottaway. And he tosses it in my face, lets me know that he was not happy with my pressure. Casanova goes down. And then we get around Cass, jump off the course because I'm a squid, no other excuse. And then Ottaway goes down and collects Casanova here. And remember this corner, because this corner is sad. Absolutely barking the virtual dirt bike course into that corner there. Not gonna lie there, bruv. And then here we go. Here's that corner again. I told you, remember, for some reason, I was jumping into the middle. Don't know why. Never did that at all in practice. I did like 80 laps in practice. Never did it once. And decided to do it mid-moto too, and it did not pay off. But as you can see, carnage everywhere. This track was brutal. One of the most difficult tracks, if not the most difficult track I've ever played in the game. Elevation, crazy braking bumps, insane E-road, because we only had one race per server. It was chalk, man. Like if you did well here, you could do well anywhere, man. This track was the track was brutal. As you can see, Doc's mid, make another mistake. I'm still sitting in third though. Not gonna lie there, bruv. I'm still sitting in third, looking pretty good. Go to this middle again, crash again, lose a spot to Casanova. And then I think we are locked in. Yeah, Cass is right up here. Cass goes down. So we close back in on Cass, scrub that to absolute perfection, not gonna lie. And then, so my goal right here, Cass is Cass, all right? Doc's not closing in on Cass, all right? That's just not gonna happen. But I knew I could little towboat Mr. Casanova here, and I could probably go on to a pretty solid moto. So I just tried to lock in with Cass. Now I'm sitting in, I think I'm sitting in 4th now, because we got Cass, Linz, and then Dylan out ahead of us. We're barking, dude, that hill, treacherous. Absolutely treacherous. As you can see, everyone's just dying around us. Again, jumping to the middle, not sure why. Started to get into lappers. I think this is only like 10 minutes in, and we got into lappers, and this was very, very difficult to be maneuvering lappers. And this track's pretty, I don't want to say one-lined, but there was clearly a fast line. I did make a bunch of mistakes that you guys can't see. There was something wrong with my recording, and it would freeze, and then the audio was all messed up. So that's why I don't have as much footage for you. But I was locked in here. We're behind Mr. Chicken here. I knew that if I was just consistent, these guys would make some mistakes and I could get around, and that's exactly what happened there. Too bad later in the moto, the roles reversed. All these guys got really consistent and I turned into a bot. So I ended up going from like 3rd to back to 11th, but you know, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I rode my flipping heart out here. And I think I put on a pretty good show. There's been a lot of people doubting Doc, I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I qualified for the LAN, there's been a lot of haters saying that the only reason that Doc qualified for any sort of LAN was because the comp wasn't stacked. And I came out ready to prove that that's not true. I've been grinding. Those of us that are going to the LAN, I believe, have elevated to a level that is just, you know, we're not mid, all right? You know, that's what I wanted to prove, not just for myself, but for my other LAN goers, that we can hang and that we are some of the best players in the game. And I do think that I proved that, at least for myself. I mean, I went 14-11, not the greatest, but MX1 and open, it was stacked, bro. So stacked. This guy does a stoppie trying to do a little show off for the fans. W. My recording was all messed up. That's why it's all choppy. I'm so sorry. I love you. And yeah, we're here. This is about 20 minutes into the moto, just doing my best to survive. I wanted to show you this because, like, look how brutal this track is, man. It is so deep, so rough, and it's just gnarly, man. This corner, look at this corner. It's so deep, man. You got to stand through the whole thing, otherwise you clip your bars. Just freaking crazy. And then this last clip here, this is the last lap, and I had Hack-On here. Hack-On is no joke either. All over my rear. You can start to hear him in some of these sections. Last lap, we did go a lap down, so this is actually checkered flag here, and this was for 11th. I just had to hold on, and Buddy was right behind me. So I ended up going 14-11. Guam got 11th. We did have 2 DNFs from our 250 rider, which is a bummer. And so yeah, anyway, overall pretty solid race. So anyway, yeah, W, bye.